Hi, and welcome to today's little video, which is it's just going to be a little mix of different things from the past week or so, the beginning of March, simply put. As I was able to go to Stockholm for the first time in 18 months and meet my friends and practice and record and rehearse with Kall. It was the main purpose of the trip, which happened and was possible thanks to them. And it was very interesting and also rejuvenating. And before I made this trip, I was starting to get a feeling of lack of self in many different ways, and many of the songs that I've been working on I've ended up throwing away because I feel they don't meet a certain standard. And it's hard sometimes to properly explain what's happening behind the scenes, as the name kind of reveals. And it's not my intention to delay different releases, but I simply can't live with sharing something that I don't feel is at least interesting. And rather than having a week without videos, I felt, well, I wouldn't be able to do some of these other things without some of you watching this, supporting me over time in different ways. So days like this, I don't feel obliged, but rather privileged to just sit down for a while and think about things like this. Friendship, among other things. And in just one day's time, I saw more people than I'd seen in a month by myself. During this weekend, I definitely had to see and interact with more people than I've done the past 6 months. And then it so happens that some of my friends have children as well, so interacting with very extroverted individuals as a introvert puts other things in focus too, and makes me cherish this silence that I have out here, all this emptiness, because it becomes more special when you don't have it all the time. Many times it's easier to see or notice what you don't have rather than what you got. So this week that passed was a very nice reminder of that. And between the days of rehearsing, and for what we have been rehearsing, that's something that we'll be able to share in a few months as we're planning the next time. I was finally able to track down my next acoustic guitar for hypothermia and consider suicide and other projects. And that was very exciting. It's been a long time since I felt this kind of connection to an instrument. And to me, there is nothing worse than performing at an instrument or equipment that I don't feel a connection to. There needs to be some kind of union, some kind of connection that bridges the gap between the object and the person or individual, the aspects of nature and technology. So all that remains right now is to be able to save up enough funds to be able to invest in that guitar so that I can make more videos in the forests, as well as finally having an instrument that I feel complements my playing style and my songs and compositions and experiments in a way that doesn't limit my enthusiasm for what I'm performing through the instrument, but rather enhances it. So to be able to record proper atmospheric and emotional acoustic versions of some of my material is something that speaks to me deeply and something that I've wanted to do for a long time. With or without other people. And as always, when it comes to music and art, one thing never has to exclude the other. And in many cases, what happens first is never intended as the final product, but a compromise of the times and of its conditions. Can be time, finances, equipment. One or all. So that's where I'm right now. I may seem calm on the outside, but I'm dancing on the inside. There's a lot of things in progress, and in 2 weeks from now, me and Johan are getting together again to record another EP of Ritualmord. And until he returns here. The one that we recorded back in January will be available to all of you. As always, questions or requests are always welcome in the comments below. Thank you all for your time and your support, for watching, and I look forward to see you next time. Take care.